Akemot Kadishim. This week's double portion deals with the matter of holiness. In the case of first deals with is the most holy day of the year. It's called Yom Kippur. At the time of the tabernacle and the temple, they had two goats. One would be sacrificed, and the other one would be cast into the wilderness and actually taken to a mountain and tossed off. At the tabernacle, the moment the goat was tossed off, a rope would turn red. Now, in the temple, many years later, they picked, the hill near the city was actually Calvary, and that is the year that Christ died. The cord didn't turn when the goat was kicked off. So that we know that our faith has to be in Yeshua. The next area, of course, is our own perversion, our own sinful hearts. There's no greater way of looking at in this modern society than when we see the condemnation that God brings to the perverted nature of America. We have transsexuality, homosexuality, bestiality. People have it sleeping with anything, or to quote Jeremiah, spreading our legs under every green tree. God must judge this. God will bring his hand, and America will be destroyed for it. But for the average Jew or Christian or Muslim, I'd have to do that. No. But you have oppressed strangers, you haven't helped the poor, and the key element that even Yeshua pointed to after loving the Lord with his Shema was to love your neighbor as yourself. And because you are just as guilty. You're just as guilty. You've done all sorts of evil with dishonesty, with dishonest balances, just measurements, dishonest. The passage actually ends again with goes on actually after that to be a strong condemnation of the idolatry and the occult, because God's name must be magnified to bring holiness. Because God's name was magnified on Yom Kippur. God's name was magnified when in a good home dedicated to Him. God's name is magnified. Parsha ends with another element condemning sexual. Makes this one slightly different. And actually ends with a condemnation to eat kosher to not follow the occult. Because as we all know, eating things that are not kosher is the same as all the other sexual sins. So we must seek to live a holy and righteous life before the Lord.